bridge the knowledge gap in society by applying their technical knowledge to solving societal developmental challenges. Professionals could be well placed to play a wider role in the country's economy, politics, nation building, among others. They help generate wealth, sustain prosperity, and competitiveness of local economy, as well as help political leaders initiate policies and legislations. Today, we are looking at how well the professionals are playing their roles in governing Nigeria's economy. My guests are already here. We'll take a break now. When we come back, who is the grand runner, please, to stay with us. Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the role of professional bodies of Nigeria, how they actually assist in nation building as well as the nation's economy. And I have my guest in the studio to do justice to it. I have Mr. Boyega Akrile, a former chairman, APPN in Ondo State, and also is an estate surveyor and valuer. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a look at this association. How many professional bodies would you say make up this association?
At the time I was about to take my bow, there are 26 in number.
Professional bodies?
All professional bodies are made up of Association of Professional Bodies in Nigeria. But by now I know they must have increased in number.
Okay. So how do they do in ensuring that the economy grows and also have a safe society?
With the word Association of Professional Bodies, it means the bodies of professionals. They are the people made up on PBN. For instance, now, like my own professional body, which is Estate Surveyors and Valuer, Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuer. We have Institution of Surveyors. I mean, those guys with land surveying. We have that of quantities surveying. Even MBA is part of us. Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, is already part of us. These are the people who make up this body. In their respective specialized area, they are a voice to reckon with. Part of the thing they are doing to help the economy is in the area of infrastructures. We have engineers who will design roads. They are there. You will see that some of our products, mineral resources, namely petroleum. I want to say that there is no area of specialized area that Nigerians are not involved. I want to say that if they are given a very good environment to operate, they will perform well. Most of our people who are abroad, they are the people helping them with their own economy there, because they were privileged to be given a very good welfare and the environment to operate. If the same things are in existence, yeah, the same thing.
So I wanted to ask you, how do you mean giving a good environment to operate? What do you mean by that?
You can imagine, no matter how specialized you are, through your training, through education, through experience, and you don't have tools to work, one will be useless. What I'm saying, you can imagine an engineer without a workshop. What is he going to do?
Nothing.
You do nothing. That's part of the thing I'm saying. Or in a place where salary cannot be paid. An agreement is an agreement. So we don't put much into that. That's part of the thing I'm trying to refer to here.
So what other things would you say in terms of advisory role to government?
What we have been doing is that, let me first of all say, when we say political appointments, I don't say people shouldn't. They have the right. But what part of the thing we have been advocating over the year is that let the round hole be in the rampart be in the round hole. That is, those people you will give appointment, let them be their area of specialty so that they can perform very well there. In a situation where you are bringing an engineer to agric, even though we have the knowledge, you will not be able to perform. That where you place him in the area of work or in terms of infrastructure, or and I say some other value that you said you should go into water corporation, for instance, he will do more in the area of lands and housing. That is his area. That's part of the things we have been advocating for, that to help the government. And part of the thing we have been doing is that we criticize positively. If there is any of the government policies that we know is anti-people, what I mean is that maybe making life very difficult, we will criticize it and we will provide solution by way of advice. Why don't you do it this way? If you do it this way, we'll be better off.
Can you mention one that you have actually criticized?
I remember, you too, you remember, during the time of our late governor, Aketi, when they introduced land charges. You know, they brought us to your station here. Kudo to you people because of the way you have been doing. You have been so fair. And being a government establishment, you did not consider that one. You allowed us to open debate. And I know specifically, then I was the chairman of APBI, and I told them it will not work. Because the way they are doing it, it has no basis. And I told them it will not work. And I say specifically, my body may likely test it in the lockout. And to part of the credit to our late governor then, I know he quickly called the chairman of our this task force. He called them and he said they should liaise with us. We held several meetings and they likely, and at the end of the day, they agreed with us. That was when they involved Essence of Yours and Valua to go and assess, which is by law, is better. Sometimes you may see a house, a gigantic building, and you just do by the structure, you go and pay this excess naira because the house is beautiful. You don't consider the economic aspect. What is it generating? And whereas we have a very small filling station, maybe along Obadishida Road, and you say this one is, it doesn't command much value because it's not beautiful. Embellishment is not there. And you say, okay, pay. And you have forgotten what is generating. The expert will be there to advise that these are the basis, these are the things we consider before we arrive. It's based on what we are able to generate.
So would you say that land use charge is also doing well as we speak now?
Yes, they involve professionals.
Yeah, but that has now also extended some part of the community, especially in Akura State.
You are right. It's a gradual thing.
Okay.
That is part of the advice we gave them. That these things, you cannot start it at once. It's going to be a gradual one. And you know now that people are more enlightened. They are more enlightened. As far as Akura is concerned, there is no nook and cranny of Akura that you will not say a small type there. They are not forcing people. One way or the other, you will need government assistance. Maybe you dispose of your property. There will be need for you to do assignment. From there, when you get there, they will ask you, go and bring your land share. Maybe you have not done it for the past 3 years. They will ask you to go and pay. Okay, you want to do CFO, you understand? Which is part of the thing. They are not forcing them. But if you are very clever, you know that it's your responsibility to do it as at when you go and pay. So when time comes for government patronage or government assistance in whatever you want to do, that you need their certification. So you pay less because you have already paid in the time past. And if you have not been doing it, you pay an accumulated one to the government.
So that your advice actually works?
It works, it works.
So let's look at other areas, especially the area of engineering. We also have those who need to also do some construction.
Thank you very much.
Building and all of that. Despite their experience, also have expertise doing the job here in Nigeria.
Yes, that's part of the things we have been saying. You know, the so-called expatriates you are seeing, and they qualify more than the indigenous engineers. These are the people that they are technologists, that they are technical aids. You understand what I mean? So they just bring them here, but thank God our people is advancing, and they use their color to bamboozle us here. Things have changed. If that is what part of the thing I'm saying, if our people need to be sincere and do what is right, our people here can compete with their counterparts in the world.
But as we also speak now, we see have the foreign companies actually getting contract for construction in Nigeria.
Yes.
So why are the professionals here in Nigeria, the indigenous ones, not getting that?
Let me say it here. It's, many things have changed. It's like you are saying, you are talking about the issue of foundation. And once the foundation is 40, so whatever you put on the foundation is going to be 40. And it's a matter of time. The thing will collapse. The so-called foreign you are talking about, who are the people behind it? Who are the people behind it? Who are the chairman of such company? Are we not? Who are the people patronizing them? Are we not? Where? What I'm saying is that instead of them patronizing the foreign one, they should give our people the right to perform.
But they do not have the right equipment to do the job.
Where would they money, capital? And that is part of the thing I've said earlier, is that once you give them enabling environment, they will do. These are the people with, no matter the knowledge you have, if you don't have capital, so what will you do? You can't do anything. But the government can help.
The association doing to ensure that government assists your members.
We have been doing it. We have been telling them to let them know that we have the capability of doing so. We have been asking them to assist our people, like they are doing for the foreigners. You know, most of these foreigners, you know, they are being heavily mobilized. You don't know.
I do not know. I mean, because Nigerians are not also sincere. When they give them enough money, they also run away with the money.
That's what they call bond. Called bond, indemnity bond. Anyone you want to give a job, assuming you want to give a job of over $1 billion, whoever you want to give a job bond, impossible. The bank, let the bank stand in for them. If they run away, all those people around there will be responsible. And I just believe it's the trend of the past. You know, life itself is dynamic. As we are going, so also government is more knowledgeable on how to handle such a thing. It's not these days now that heading helicopter talker say we want to run away. You can't run away. You must execute the job. If you don't do it, that's why we have some government financial agencies who are responsible. FCC is there.
Will you say your intervention in terms of advice to government, in terms of critiques that also are doing in the area of policies and programs, would you say they're actually getting results?
It's hidden result.
How do you mean?
There are many things going on that government have changed.
Like what?
Presently now you see what is happening on the tax reform.
Okay.
Are you aware?
Yes, I am.
We have a tax reform now. At the initial stage, you know what people did? They were shouting that they are making life difficult for them. If you watch news, I think yesterday, the South governors, they have accepted. So it's going on.
So your members actually lobbied them to accept?
No.
Is that what I want to say?
Not that they lobby us. It's something we study and we know will be of benefit. You know, everything.
What I'm saying is that the governors that are now accepted,
yes,
I would not say that your members actually lobbied them to accept.
No, we did not lobby. Though some of our colleagues are there who are in government for policy formulation. They are there, and I know they will consult them. And these people will study the papers and advise their governors as at when due. These are part of the thing they know. It's our people behind it. There is no doubt about it. Because they will sit down, they will study it, and they will look at it, benefits inherent in that reform. People have been seeing it now. And they see it now that it's even better than the before. But where the bulk of this are being generated, they are happy, even though with what they are doing in terms of fairness. You know, like before, where some states get more than even the states where about 80-something% are coming from.
So how often do you have an interface with government in terms of policies and programs?
We meet regularly, our body. That's what they call professional retreats. And anytime we have such a retreat, there is a communique we issue. And we send it from the federal even to every state governors. We have a copy. And we also have...
And the focus will be to address policies and programs.
That is it for.
Are they listening?
One thing is to issue things, and another one is to execute. But it will be on record that we tried. At a point in time, we express what we feel will be better for the nation. And that's what we have been doing. And in fairness, some of them listen very well. At times, they will invite us to educate them further. And in the other way around, it depends whoever is in the help of affairs.
I know during the construction of journalization of Farakale Road.
Yes.
Your association actually
played. We really played a very.
So how did you get government into yourself in ensuring that you play that role?
Thank you very much. It is good to have a listening governor. Whatever every governor who have ruled this nation, this country, this state in particular, they have what people talk about them. And that is what we will be. Whatever you are doing presently, by tomorrow it become an issue. Governor Mimiko is no more in government, but he's a man my association respected very much. And we say accord that on. When they were about to start Arakale there, my professional body there, the Nigeria Institution of Persons of Valuers, we are the first professional body to pay him a courtesy visit. And during that courtesy visit, we highlighted many things that can make the state to move forward. We talk about this Arakale. You know, at that particular time, it's becoming a notorious place. You can fly from Isiko here to Nepa area, where you spend 1 hour or more. So we put it together, and he promised to involve us. As time goes on, we started having meetings. That is why I say anything government wants to do, they will do it. If there is a political will, they will get it done. Arakale is an example. Imiko started having meeting, town hall meeting, with the indigenous people, Akure proper, BAC, telling them the importance, what he wanted to do there. At the end of the day, they accepted. They reasoned with him to know that that place needs to be expanded. If I tell you some names, you will be surprised that we actually carried along with the system. You know, they believe so much in the grave. There is a particular building, there is a park there now. Before you get to NEPA, we assume no less than 9 tons from that particular house. Because they accepted. Whatever you pay us in terms of compensation, we are ready to relocate the corpse to where necessary. That's what they call political will by carrying them.
So why are you not giving other governors that have also served the state that type of advice?
We did it now during Aketi.
Okay.
That was the one resulted in
That church.
No. The road, the same road again.
Okay.
This I caught a road.
Okay.
That leads to what they call it, hospital road. And that of our Akalias, we did. Some of our colleagues are involved in the compensation, in assessing the compensation. We did.
But some people were not happy with the amount of compensation paid to them.
You know, in government, when we say compensation does not necessarily mean that you must be in a better position. Like Yoruba people, we say, it's in the constitution. It's part of it. We criticize it. The way, the method they use, that is unfair to the people.
I mean, you didn't advise properly.
We did. That's part of the thing I'm saying. We have not stopped up to now. The problem is that the method there was entrenched in the constitution. That's why it's very difficult to remove. If it's like a gazette and all this, they will have changed it. You know what it is to amend the constitution. We are not happy.
So what should the people of Ondo State also expect from your association as we move into the year?
As they are moving to the year, we are for them. And you know, by our training, and by our adherence to the ethics of the profession, we need to be fair. We need to be unbiased. And integrity and honesty, it must be our watchword. So what am I saying? You know, we are not only working for the government, we are working for the people. And in every area where we see ourselves, we need to be fair. If it is white, we let the whole world know that this one is white. The same white in Akure, the same white, take it abroad, it will still be white.
And then because of our time, let's quickly take a look at the leadership of the association. You just said you spend 2 years of a term.
It's 2 years.
I don't think that's also enough for anybody to perform.
No,
That's the chairman of the
it's in the constitution. Maybe by tomorrow they can review it. But as of today, no matter how good you are, spend 2 years and leave.
If they want every member to...
It's not that like we want the essence of it. We don't want you to believe we want to perpetuate yourself in the office. And we don't want people to know that you have the monopoly of knowledge. And another thing is that the upcoming, we want to groom them.
I would also recommend that for our politicians, from the political parties.
We have been saying it too. We have been saying it. So why do you want to perpetuate yourself in the office? For the period of time you have to say, do it, and let people talk about you. You leave.
Do it and let people talk about it. Start from Mr. Boyiga Akrele, former chairman, APBN here in Ondo State, and also an estate surveyor and valuer. Together we're taking a look at the roles of Association of Professional Bodies of Nigeria.